Hey everybody, welcome to the Undisputed Podcast. Me and Jeff, my co-host today, are going to be going over Summerslam 1997, the Intercontinental Championship match between Owen Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. The stipulation for this match was if Austin did not win the title, he would kiss Owen Hart's ass. Owen Hart comes out first, gets a pretty mixed reaction. Owen, though a heel, got a lot of respect from the crowd, always because of his wrestling ability. Interviewer tries to interview Austin when he's coming out to the ring. Austin wants nothing of it. Pretty much tells him he's going to whoop his ass if he continues to bug him. Austin comes out next, gets in the ring, he flips off Owen. Owen chop blocks him, jumps off right off the get-go and starts to work on Austin's knee immediately. He slams the knee on the ring post, and Austin ends up fighting out, gets his jumps on, gets his Luthez press. Then he whips Owen Hart chest first into the turnbuckle. Then Owen's hanging on the middle rope, and Austin tries to jump on Owen, but Owen moves. Doesn't affect Austin much. He turns around, gives Owen a right hand, and then gets a 2 count off of that. Austin applies a Greco-Roman knuckle lock. It's kind of like when you do the test of strength, but you're on the ground, and you're just controlling his hands by interlocking your fingers with his and torquing the wrist. Then after Owen gets out of that, Austin either thumbs him in the eye. Owen eventually hits a jumping reverse elbow, and Austin goes outside the ring and tries to drag Owen's legs around the ring post to slam his knee into the ring post, and Owen jerks his legs back, so Austin's face smashes the ring post. Then Owen goes outside the ring, grabs Stone Cold, and throws him into the steel steps, and then Austin's hand's like sitting on top of the steps, so Owen goes up there and just stomps on his hands, hurts his fingers. Owens was really good at that kind of stuff. Just pick apart the body, find an area of the body, and go to work. They go back inside the ring, and Owen starts biting on Austin's hand. Ties Owen up into the ropes. Owen ties Austin up into the ropes. My mistake, sorry. Jeff actually just texted me, so I got distracted by what he messaged me. I apologize for that. Owen tees off on Austin as he's tied up, but Austin gets out of the ropes, and then he hot shots Owen off the top rope, and then Owen tries to hit a Hurricanrana. Austin catches him and power bombs him, and then after Owen gets right up from the power bomb, Austin clotheslines him to the outside. Owen tries to walk away from this match because if Owen loses the match by countout, he retains the title. Thus, by the stipulation, Austin would have to kiss Owen's ass because he didn't win the title. Austin runs after him, chases him down, clotheslines him in the back of the head, and brings him back to the ring. Gets in the ring. Austin starts stomping a mud hole in Owen's ass and walking it dry. Vintage Steve Austin. But Owen gets up, suplexes Austin, and hits a neck breaker, and then leg drops him and gets a 2 count. Body slam to Austin. He goes to the top rope and hits a Shawn Michaels type diving elbow from the top rope, gets a 2 count. And Owen goes to work on Austin's neck. Austin ends up getting out of that and hits a clothesline, and then tries to go for a sharpshooter, but Owen pushes him off. Clothesline by Owen, a leg drop, and then a 2 count. And then Owen hits a German suplex with a bridge. It was pretty sick. He got about 2.9 on this. Austin barely got out of that. Then Owen goes for a camel clutch. Austin's in that for a minute. Then when he gets out, Owen hits the DDT and gets a 2 count there. Then headlock. Here comes the little slow part. But they don't kill it with too much slow, right? Just enough where the wrestlers can kind of catch their breath. And, the fans can settle down just a minute. Not too long. Austin hits a jawbreaker to get out. Owen hits the Russian leg sweep. 2 count. Goes right back to the headlock. This time he starts using the ropes for leverage. At one point, the referee Earl Hebner actually catches him and pushes his legs off the ropes, and then Hart ends up hitting a pile driver, and this is where the match takes a turn for the worse. Owen does not, as good as Owen was, he's prone to mistakes. Owen does not pad Austin's head with his legs and drops Austin straight on his head, thus breaking Stone Cold Steve Austin's neck. But based on the stipulation, Austin cannot lose this match. He has to win the title, or he would have to kiss Owen's ass. So they actually have Owen get start arguing with the referee, and Austin actually rolls up Owen in like a really bad looking roll up. I mean, Austin's neck was broke. I can't believe he did it anyway. And they just count Owen's shoulders to the mat for 3. So the match technically ends very abruptly. Obviously, it was cut short. This match was not supposed to end yet. Things happen bad with live events like this. This neck injury will go on to haunt Austin for his future. It's unfortunate. Owen's a professional. He doesn't make mistakes like this often, but it does happen. The match itself was great until that point. I'm going to give this match a 6.5 out of 10. I have to knock it for the abrupt ending and the injury and the weak roll-up. And it sucks that I have to do that, but you have to do it because that's not how the match was supposed to end. And it was just, an abrupt ending. It wasn't a finished product, you know what I mean? So I have to knock it for that. But the match itself was very good until that point. There was never a point where I was really bored. Like I said, even the headlock sequence wasn't too much. So Austin wins the Intercontinental title, 6.5 out of 10. We'll see what Jeff has to say about it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Wish these two's feud would have went a little longer. They do have another match again, but I wish they would have had more encounters. But Austin goes on to better things, and something obviously really terrible happens to Owen in 1999. So, yeah, we'll see you guys later. Thank you.